629, a Chinese monk defied an imperial edict and set out on pilgrimage to take Buddhism eastward. Over the next 17 years, he became a dedicated learner of philosophy, an incisive critic of theories that held sway at the time, an active participant in debates relating to religion, and perhaps most importantly, an enthusiastic translator of Indian Buddhist texts into Chinese. He learned as he went, spreading Indian sutra to Chinese and taking Chinese culture to the world, an epical journey that promoted peace and mutual understanding. He was Xuanzang, an ambassador of peace who created a special bond between China and India, culturally, politically, and emotionally. Throughout history, of course, there have been others like Xuanzang, purveyors of peace, risking their lives to tell the world about China. This is a story that is inclusive but not expansionary. One that preferred peace to violence. One that calls upon communication and understanding. Unfortunately, we're not always fairly understood as we're willing to understand others. Were Xuanzang still alive today, the state of the SinoIndia relationship would no doubt sadden him. From the perspective of Chinese, this can be heard in the voices of those who seem to harbor ill intent to their country, too ready to ascribe dark motives than to draw on the spirit of generosity and goodwill. No doubt influenced by Western media, they accuse China of oppression and repression and depict it as a cheat. This jaundiced view completely overlooks China's people-centered policies, improving the welfare of its people. In this regard, its efforts to eradicate poverty are nothing less than stunning and playing a significant role in increasing global economic wealth. The dissemination of disinformation by both social media and in turn by traditional media has only helped to fan flames of distrust and misunderstanding. Physical confrontation on the country's borders is extremely troubling and sad to see. And we can only hope that reason and common sense will prevail as efforts are made to settle differences. Let's never forget that determination to find solutions and achieve results when none are in sight is what success, sometimes on a historic scale, is made of. When Xuanzang traveled westward, he repeatedly told himself, "I would rather die going to the west than live by staying in the east." He slowly overcame the physical distance and reached his ultimate destination. I believe that with the same kind of determination, we can put differences behind us. By differences, I mean those of the negative kind, because of course, often differences are there to be celebrated rather than avoided. Culture exchanges and people-to-people connections are obvious ways in which our two great countries can come together. Indeed, you could say that Xuanzang is a prime example of an agent of people-to-people exchanges. Let's not forget, too, that China and India have much in common actually. We are the only two countries with a population of more than 1 billion. Both are ancient civilizations, and both are large and agricultural countries, and both are hardworking explorers of self-development in accordance with national conditions. We have common interests in many fields too, such as foreign trade, poverty alleviation, and environmental protection. A few months ago, China's ambassador to India, Sun Weidong, said, "China is willing to work hand in hand with India, and we're eager to learn from each other." As the ambassador said, such an effort by both countries can only be of immense benefit to the world. That is something on which I'm sure we can all agree. Thank you very much.